on now. Where you at? Where you at? I need y'all to come in here. Today is a sad day. Today is a sad day. You hear me? Today is a sad day in Black history. This is not what we fought for. This is not what we are representing. Today is a sad day, man. Today is a sad day. You hear me? I can't begin to tell you how disgusted I am. I can't begin to tell you how disgusted I am. You hear me? I cannot begin to tell you how disgusted I am. My God. Today is a sad day in Black culture that will stain us forever. It will stain us forever. Today is disgusting. Today is the day that backs me up when I say things like, I'm not going to fight with y'all. I'm not going to fight with y'all. You understand me? I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not in this fight with y'all. You know why I'm not in this fight with y'all? Because you clearly don't know what you're fighting for. You clearly do not know what you're fighting for. And you want me to gung-ho and run out and champion your bullshit. You hear me? Today is a sad day. Three of the 5 charges were found not guilty. Disgusting. Disgusting. You hear me? A sad day in Black culture. In Black history. Let me say Black history. Today is a sad day in Black history. I cannot believe you let that man walk out of there with such a light verdict. I cannot believe you let that man walk out of there feeling anything less of a piece of sugar honey iced tea. You hear me? That man should not have been able to walk out of there smiling that he beat 3 of the 5 and the 2 biggest ones. You have created more than a monster. You hear me? And I don't want to hear Black people talk about white people do it all the time. I don't give a F about what white people do. You hear me? I'm holding us accountable for what we do. And if nothing else, we know this man to be a monster for over 30 years, going on 40 years now. We know this man to be a monster for nearly 40 years now. You hear me? From the party at City College all the way through to today, We know this man to be a horrible man, and you let this man walk out of there. Yo, you know what you did? You just let him feel like Teflon Don. That's what you just did. You let him feel like Teflon Don. He is going to laugh and spit at the sentencing. How dare you stop his time? Then when he gets out, he can go back to business as usual because you are so caught up on the lights and the sparkles that when he comes out, all he has to do is throw pixie dust and begin to put his career back together. You know why? Because there'll always be starving, thirsty people that will drink the Kool-Aid that this man will serve. Let me say that again. There will always be starving, thirsty people who will drink the Kool-Aid that this man serves. It was very confusing, the case. There was plenty of times when you can say that she was confused. You guys don't understand the tentacles of abuse. You guys don't understand the tentacles of abuse. You don't understand how abuse works. Abuse can have you feeling good, but you don't understand that it's not doing you any justice. A crackhead, a heroin addict, they don't understand until they hit rock bottom. But it was a nice ride. It was a nice go. I can't say that it's him now. It's you. It's you. You like the story. You understand me? You like the story. You like the chase. And if I'm not talking about you, then move to the side, because that you is sitting right next to you. That you is in your circle. That you is somewhere in your family line, in your friendships. So if I'm not talking to you personally, move to the side. Move to the side. And let the guilty see me pointing at you. He shouldn't have walked out of there with nothing less than life. But you guys want to say, white people do it. There's a lot of white people that do it. So it was a headhunt to go after him. It was a headhunt to go after the predator. I don't care what your color was. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. It was a headhunt to go after the predator and to bring him down by any means necessary, to stop him bombing other people's cars, having guns with the scratched out serial number, having drugs brought from one place to another, even though he didn't touch it, but when he got there, it was for him. Y'all know the routine. You've seen it. They talked about it. And just like white people in that Rodney King case, when we watched the video and we still said that those cops were innocent, you watch the video of this man beating this woman. You watch the video of this man beating this woman. And she said she was trying to get away from one of those freak-offs. That's what she said. But that wasn't enough for you. It wasn't enough for you. We as a people, as a society, are ugly. We have sold our soul and our sense of morals. We have done horrible things to try to stay relevant. I'm not understanding us. I'm not understanding us. I don't get what we're arguing for. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for, people? You know what the problem be too? Everybody got their reason why. There's no unified group reason why things are happening. Let me say that again. Let me drop bombs for that. Listen to what I'm saying to you. There are no unified group reasons why we need to move together. Everybody has their reasoning why. And that becomes anarchy and chaos and confusion. And in that, wicked prevails. You understand me? In that moment, wicked prevails because we're not together. It's not a uniform step. It's not the same vision. And then another thing, I saw a post and I thought this post was so incredible. Shout out to the guy who put the post up. The post said, and I quote, "At a certain point in time, we have to stop being niggas and start to be grown ass men." I thought that was phenomenal. At a certain point, we must stop being niggas and transition into grown ass men. Let me say something to you, people. The nigga inside of you helped you to survive. Whatever that nigga inside of you did, it helped you to survive. You made it. From the depth of that hell that you lived in, that nigga helped you to survive. But at a certain point, you got to let that nigga go and start to transition into being grown men and women with grown men and women agendas, grown men and women wants and needs. Because if you let that nigga carry you through life, you never lived. You understand me? That nigga cannot carry you through life. At a certain point, you must transition into adults, adult men and women. He should not have walked out of there. And anybody who celebrates this man walking out of there, I question your morale. I question everything about you. You shouldn't be celebrating this. No way. No way. This is not a win for us. No way. No way is this a win for us. You know what this is? This is a blemish. This is a blemish on our culture. Later on in history, they're going to look back and laugh at us if they're not laughing now. They're going to look back in the history books and laugh at us because we let this go. I'm sick to my stomach. You hear me? I'm sick to my stomach. You guys need to start looking at psychology, the psyche, the mind. Of course she would run back. Of course. This is all this girl knew since a teen. And his power feared her in all ways, financially, living. How was she going to survive? Let alone she had been dependent on the man because of a false promise of success and fame and glitz and glamour. A 10-album deal, people? Really? Didn't Prince fight that? Didn't Nas fight that? But it's okay for him to do that to her? It's disgusting, people. It's disgusting. His music has skyrocketed. You people are streaming his music. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm definitely one to say separate the art from the man. Because I still listen to R. Kelly music. I still watch Bill Cosby movies and the Bill Cosby show. The art is the art, so I get it. But he should not have walked out of that courtroom feeling like there will be a day outside for him. He should have been locked up for life. I know he got kids. I know he got family. I know he's got, people who rely on him out here. I get it. But were they accomplices? Not the kids. Even though 2 of them could have been accomplices. 2 of the kids, I think, was accomplices. Everybody that let it slide by because they were eating off of him or eating from him, all those guys, they need to get locked up. All the people that held his dirty little secret, they need to be locked up. This ugly tree has rooted itself into our culture, and it needs to be uprooted and thrown away. And anything that lives from these roots need to be thrown away. Anything that sees the light of day because of this guy needs to be thrown away. You hear me? Am I upset? I'm not upset. I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick to my stomach. You hear me? That we could not clear our own bullshit. Yeah. But we quick to point fingers. You hear me? We are quick to point fingers. Look at it. Well, the white man did that, and the white man did that, and the white man did that. I don't care. I don't care. Clean out your own backyard first. Let's clean our own backyards first. This is unacceptable. And to all you low-life ass niggas that live in any way, shape, or form influenced by this, you are garbage. You are scum. And here's the crazy part. They will succeed because they know how to lie, and they know how to get over, and they know how to play the people. So you will never be without. And that's the disgusting part. You hear me? That's the disgusting part. That serpents and parasites and piranhas like this will always succeed because they know how to play you. You wear your calling card on your forehead, so they know how to play you, and they will always be successful. Meanwhile, quality people have to fight to get up. Ladies and gentlemen, I blame you. I blame you. If he even gets to walk around and not feel shameful, if he walks around and not get publicly booed everywhere he goes from this point on in his life, you could never, if he's attached to any kind of work that I do, I don't want to do it. If he's attached to anything, I don't want to work for Revolt. I don't want to do any kind of anything dealing with that man. If I think that he has something to do with it, I don't want nothing to do with it. But you're going to be real passive. You're going to be real passive. You're going to be understanding. You're going to excuse. You are. And then here's the crazier part. You're going to shun the people that don't think that way. People like me, you're going to be in my comments. I'm full of sugar honey iced tea. I'm a maggot. I'm a dirt bag. You're going to say all that stuff to me in the comments. You hear me? I probably get a couple of little people in my inbox, all because I didn't go for the banana in the tailpipe. He's an ugly man. He should not have walked out of there. And black people, you should unite and erase this scum from our culture. He never looked authentic. He always looked like the jester, the man trying to sell you a used car. His gold, his platinum, his ice, his jumping around, his slogans. Never once did he look authentic to our culture. He's a parasite. He's disgusting. It's up to you now. It's up to you now. Now what? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Y'all are going to be waiting with open arms. You're going to be waiting with open arms for this man. You hear me? You're going to champion him for beating this case, because that's what you do. That's what you do. You're going to be excited that he won. But at what cost? We just put another animal back on the streets in a few years, depending on what the sentencing is. You just put another animal back on the streets. You did. I know what you're saying. I wasn't one of the jurors. I'm talking about the way you championed for him. Now, everybody that's on his payroll, everybody that's a part of his family, and everybody that has to live off of him and making money from him, I get why you're doing it. I get why you're doing it. That's your job to do that. That is your job to do that. So I get why you're doing that. But for all you other people that don't have a dog in that race, other than your morality, you should not champion for this man in the slightest. You should not be yelling and hooting and hollering about him winning at all. It is a sad day on Black culture that this happened to us. This is going to be a day that we are not going to be able to forget forever. And you know how rappers get. It'll end up in a song somewhere. His son is already making music about it. His son is already making music about it. People, we got to get our shit together. Into all of the to all of the bias investigative reporters and people that talk, that will not say anything because you might come across him or he might do something to be in your path. You're a punk. You're a punk. I'm telling you, if I ever do any kind of work and I find out that he's involved at all, I don't care if it's my last resort and my family needs, if I see him somewhere in there, I'm out. If I can, I'll sell what I need to sell and I'll get out of that situation. You understand me? We got to start with us. As Michael Jackson would say, we got to start with the man in the mirror. We got to start with us first, people. We can't expect other people to respect us and our culture if we don't respect our culture. For the 30 some odd years of this man going around doing horrible stuff, not even just this stuff, taking people's publishing. It's questioned whether or not he was there and planned the murders. Not paying artists. Artists either going to jail or dying to get off the label or running to religion. They either ran to religion, they either ran to prison, or they ran to the grave. I'm not a big Bible guy, but they said the devil showed up wearing gold and diamonds, singing, alluring you in. That's everything this man is. That's everything this man is. You buy his liquor. You hear me? So as far as I'm concerned, I'm shutting off anything that we all, I'm not fighting with us no more. Because we don't have one cause. We don't have one cause. We're letting anything and everything determine how we look at our lives. Yo, bro, it's horrible. It's horrible that this man is going to walk out of there. It's horrible that he looks at anything less than life. It's horrible. So while you dance and scream and champion this man, know that there are victims. Know that there are victims that can't speak. Know that there are victims that are still hiding in fear. They showed you that the man was crazy and he'd do anything he needed to do. I'm done. I'm done. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for coming through. I just had to get that off my chest. I just had a big argument with another comedian about this. And we are all going to feel strongly about our sides. I'm going to let you know that now. We all going to feel very strongly about our sides. You're going to feel real strong about how you feel and this blah, 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 blah. And we're going to have real arguments about who's right and who's wrong with this. Meanwhile, as a culture, we fucked up. All right. It's your boy JP, man. I don't even know if we're going to get it right the next time. I don't even know if I'm going to hang around to even witness it. I may just get into my bag where I just want for me. You know, I just want for me. I'm on nobody's side. So I don't know. All right, y'all. It's your boy JP, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me.